Great, man. No complaints. I've been working hard. You know what I'm saying? Getting used to everything. Getting used to new coaches, new receiver coach. I mean, new drills, everything. Just going how he approaches game week. You know, is different than how previous coaches might have went about it. You know what I'm saying? With how we scout and the things that we study and whatnot. So really just getting used to how Coach Jones likes to go about game week and how he likes to go about practice during the season and whatnot. I feel like was a big thing today. Being the first day of real practice and whatnot.
Have you been making the progress that you wanted to make in this camp?
For sure, man. I think that I feel like a lot of my battle, like I've previously said plenty of times on interviews, was a lot mentally. And now that I kind of got that out the way, I feel like I'm becoming more of a sound player. Like I think that one of my biggest strong suits is like big plays and being able to stretch the field and that kind of thing. But I know the coaches wanted to see a lot more like consistency from me in the short game and just being a more I just want to say sound player in my concepts and that kind of thing wise, like just being more cerebral about the game of football. And I feel like that's like a big thing for me that I've been accomplishing this fall camp. Knowing plays, like knowing the whole playbook, knowing everybody's positions, being able to see things quicker on the field and being able to play reactive. Even though I'm playing offense, you would think offense is the lesser of the reaction when it comes to playing football, more so the defense. But I feel like just learning how to play reactive football, especially with our offense and how we're so locked into the option game. And you got to be cerebral receiver to play here and to be successful in Coach Levy's offense. And I feel like I've taken plenty steps forward in that area for sure.
Can you describe maybe the process for you over the summer, working with the quarterbacks, working with the new quarterback, obviously?
Oh yeah, like so the summertime really like I could compare it to last summer. Last summer we was like a new team, a new program, and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like this summer, being that we were all more comfortable in the offense and we all had a year to kind of like going through it and whatnot, it was easier for us to help the new guys like come along with us and help them like understand at the level that we do. You know what I'm saying? And over the summer, I feel like we spent a lot more time with the quarterbacks one-on-one than we did last year, because a lot of the time last year we were all together. Like we were all trying to learn the playbook together. Like even like we'll have receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterbacks all in one room during the summer. We're all going over installs week by week. This year, it was more like, okay, quarterbacks go to their room, receivers go to their room, tight ends go to their room. And now there's leaders in each room that have been here, you know what I'm saying, that can lead the younger players and teach them what they need to do. And then we'll all come together out here on the field, which was another thing that I felt like was a really big standpoint this offseason. We really were out here on the field a lot. Just me, DG, Jalil, you know what I'm saying, all the guys, we were all out here. Just getting a feel for each other, like how he throws the ball, how I catch, what kind of balls I like to catch. And I feel like the little things that we really like dived into this offseason, we didn't really do it as much last offseason. So I feel like it definitely is going to pay off when it's time to play this year.
How big of a role has Dylan played in getting all you guys out here during the summer? It seems like that's kind of been one of the things that everybody's talked about this summer has just been player-led stuff.
Yeah, well, DG's a great leader. I feel like everybody knows that, you know what I'm saying? Great guy, great person all the time, the same guy, you know what I'm saying, day in and day out, good day or bad day. So when you have a person like that as your leader that can, even on your worst days, can find a way to make you smile, make himself smile, and like bring everybody together, it just makes people want to be around him. So you know what I'm saying? So last year, I feel like I can speak for myself in this aspect. I didn't really know DG as well as I feel like I know him right now. So maybe last year I wasn't as comfortable coming around him, being like, hey, cuz, like, what's going on with this play? Like, what is your reads on this play? You know what I'm saying? And through coming out here over the summer and through him being that like big brother guy to us, I feel like he just brought everybody together in the room and the offense together. Just brought everybody to like one mindset, one thinking on one accord, you know, being able to go out and just execute things. We're all looking at the same field. Like when we're playing football, if we're looking at the defense and we're all seeing different things, then we're not going to be as synchronized as the offense. But with DG leading us and the things that he instilled in us this summer while we were out here player-led working, having us all like seeing the game from the same eyes, if that makes sense, you know. And I feel like that's going to be a big thing, and it will continue to grow, you know what I'm saying. It'll continue to be a stronger and stronger and a more one-mindedness as we continue to follow DG and learn from DG as we go throughout the season. He's going to be a better player as well, you know what I'm saying. Another year of maturity and learning. And I know last year he had just came, the year before that I want to say he had just got hurt the year before he came here. So I feel like a lot of the time people don't understand that he's going to get way better too. He's going to get way better with us. Everyone I feel like is getting way better from just all types of standpoints and whatnot.
How much better of a player are you now than maybe you were in the spring and just working with Coach Jones? I know that development is a big deal for him.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a way better player. I think that I'm a way better player because he teaches me like to recognize my weaknesses and to attack them and to not try to shy away from them and to not try to mask them, but to truly just make them your strong points, if that makes sense. Like obviously I'm a big guy, so I got to get low. Like that's a big thing, and we're doing that every day. Obviously I'm a lankier guy, so he was the second he got here influencing me. Hey, get stronger, get faster, get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I put on weight this summer. I was with Schmitty. You know what I'm saying? I got on, started taking some creatine. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put the muscle on for real, and all that stuff was just really influenced by him because when he came. He just came with a passion and the energy that makes you want to do like what he's saying, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like he comes with an energy that makes you say, okay, this dude really wants to see me be great. Like he really has done it before, has put people in position, has coached at the highest level, has coached with Patrick Mahomes. Like if y'all watched, he's on the Netflix show. Like I was watching the Netflix show that had just came out, quarterback, and he's on it, like talking to Patrick Mahomes and whatnot. So it's just a lot of stuff that comes with him that makes you want to trust him and makes you want to like really buy into what he's talking about and buy into his method and whatnot.
Jayden, we know you have obviously great athletic ability, but how much has it been just building your confidence this fall camp and even in the spring?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the time people overlook like the effect that'll have on a player and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Just the confidence level that they have. Coming from high school and then, you know what I'm saying, having to take that step back and really reevaluate yourself and all that kind of stuff, like I'm the same player. Like I'm the same player. I have the same love for the game, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like now I'm just more like sure of myself. Like regardless of what happens around me, exteriorly, outside of me, I know that on the inside, I know who I am as a player. I know who I am as a person, and that's credit to Coach Venables and Coach Jones and my teammates. You know what I'm saying, building me up, helping me realize that I'm more than a football player. You know what I'm saying? I'm still fighting that battle because everybody doesn't want to talk about it, but I've been playing football since I was literally like 2. Like all I know was football. So you take football away from someone who that's all they've known, like who knows how they're going to react, who knows how that's going to play with them mentally, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like just continuing to get on the field and through fall camp and just having a new coach, like having a new receiver coach, like almost feel like a restart and to understand like a new mentality, a new perspective. I feel like that was really big for me, just to start from ground zero with someone that I didn't know and kind of build up that relationship with them. Because I feel like everyone knows how my recruitment went. Like I committed to Oklahoma like the last week of my recruitment, you know what I'm saying? So like it was kind of it's a kind of weird dynamic when you're coming in, you're getting to know people and you're already here. So I feel like that's a lot of that I didn't really take into account like during my freshman year. Like, well, yeah, you're gonna go through some ups and downs, some trials and tribulations because you didn't know these people that well before you came. Like you didn't know. I didn't get recruited by Oklahoma until a week before. So all that being said, you know, I just feel like all those things coming together, I feel like everything's just coming together now, allowing me to be the most confident player I can be for my teammates, for my coaches, you know what I'm saying? Not for myself, but for the Sooner fans and for everybody who's going so hard to support me and whatnot.
Is it tough to be patient when you're a high-level athlete and success is always coming easy for you? You talk about creatine and you talk about taking steps with Coach Jones. It sounds like you're developing. Is it tough to be patient with that?
Yeah, it's definitely tough, you know, because you want to be great so bad for your family and for the fans and for everyone who supports you. And it's kind of like who I was, you know what I'm saying? Like in Florida, like when I was back at home, like he was a dog, he was a baller, like that's what he do. So it's kind of hard when that identity is like not taken from you, but just kind of like put on hold, you know what I'm saying? Like they say you want to separate yourself from football, like you're a different person without, like football shouldn't determine who you are and all that kind of stuff that people say. But people don't realize, like, football, some of us, like, this is what we do. Like, this is what we've been doing our whole life. Like, this is all the thing that we've put all of our time and energy and whatnot into, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a real man. It takes becoming a man to be able to take a step back from that and be like, regardless of how much I love the game and regardless of how hard I go for it, I got to be patient and I got to know that I'm still me. Like, I'm still Jayden Gibson. I'm still the same guy. And my family's still going to love me. My mom's still going to love me. God's still going to love me regardless of all that. So I feel like that helps me be patient, like knowing that regardless of what happens on the football field, like I got to be the same guy every day. Like that's what the greats are. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, like good or bad, they're the same guy every day. And that's what I feel like one of the biggest things that the coaches emphasize to me, and that I feel like just in myself, I know I need to get better at just being the same guy every day, good or bad, regardless of what it is for my teammates, because they deserve that. My teammates deserve that. My coaches deserve that. And I feel like I'm a high-level player. I feel like the coaches believe that I'm a high-level player. And with that comes responsibility of just making sure that you're maturing the way you're supposed to, making sure that you're doing everything that you're the way you're supposed to and whatnot.
That patience has to come through because, you know, there's a lot of talent in this room too, and every day somebody's making a play, and you've got to, you know, be patient and wait your time.
On me, yeah, every day, that's the truth. Every day someone is new is making a play, you know what I'm saying? I feel like compared to last year, like this year, Coach V has been overstressing the competitive depth, and that is a real thing. Like, I can look at our team and tell, like, ones, twos, threes, whatever you want to call it. Like everybody ready to go. Everyone from top to bottom is ready to go and ready to come and compete. So with that being said, there's going to be some days where you might be open, but Andrell Anthony is running by somebody 4.2 speed. Like, I can't get the ball if I'm 5 yards past my defender and he's 15 past his. Like, you got thrown the ball, you know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like having so many like higher level guys around me also is another reason why I feel like I've been able to mature so well, because you have no choice. Like, you won't last at a great university like Oklahoma. You got to have some type of wits and maturity about yourself, especially because you're going to be surrounded by so many other guys who are just as capable as you, maybe in different ways, but just as capable nonetheless. Like, Andrell might not be as big as me, but he's faster than me, you know what I'm saying? Like, LV might be smaller than me, but he runs amazing routes, you know what I'm saying? So it's just looking at everything from that angle just really keeps you humble, and it allows you to just keep your trust in God and just know that good things are going to come to those who wait and to those who work hard, and just support everyone around you, you know what I'm saying, and bring a positive attitude to the building, you know what I'm saying? So
Jayden, that's a huge perspective that you're carrying around about, separating the football, but, still wanting to be a star football player. Where did that come from? I mean, is that something that a perspective you've developed over the last year? Is it, is it Coach Emmett? Is it the Soul Mission? I mean, where did that come from?
Really, personally, like, that's something that I think about all the time, honestly, if you want me to be for real. That specific thing didn't really come from any coach or whatnot. I've always kind of thought that about myself, because I kind of had to do some internal thinking. Like, when I got up here, like, man, I had the city on fire at home. Like, I was doing my thing. Like, I was working hard and I was seeing the benefits, you know what I'm saying? But coming out here, I didn't get that instant gratification, and I really didn't know how to handle that for a long time, like, it really put me in a bad place mentally. And being in that place allowed me to realize, okay, hey, you got to realize that you're more than a player. Like, you're more than a football player. And Coach Venables has said that so many times in meetings and all that, so I guess I do got to give partial credit to him. But it really was me, like, sitting down and looking at myself in the mirror and thinking, well, yeah, football's not going right for you, but are you going to walk around looking sad every day? Are you not going to enjoy your college experience every day? And that's how serious it is. I feel like that's the tone that never gets spoken about. That is how serious it is for me. Like, football, like, if out here on the field is not right, like, I'll be walking to class and I'm just not feeling right. I'll be eating my dinner and I'm just not feeling right. Like, everything about it is connected to the game. So when you're so invested into the game like that, it's kind of hard for you to see yourself without it, to see, okay, well, what if I don't go for 200 yards in the game? What if I don't go for 150 in the touchdown? Like, is everyone still going to love me the same? You know what I'm saying? And I really went through that. I feel like I went through that on my own and had to sit down and think, like, yeah, my mama's still going to care for me. My friends still going to check on me, you know what I'm saying? And for a long time, I feel like I ain't really had vision of that. So I'm speaking from experience when I say you got to know that you're more than the game, because it really takes away from you. Like, it takes away from your overall happiness. Like, you wake up in the morning and you're not feeling as happy as you should because yesterday the football didn't go the way that you wanted. And you love the game, so you in your head it's like, okay, I'm upset about it because I love it so much. I'm upset about it because I work hard about it so much. But even that does not justify allowing it to control you and allowing it to take over your whole state of being. And trust me when I say I'm speaking from experience. That's the only reason that I'm so passionate about it, is because, like, one of the things I've always wanted to say when I get in front of the cameras, I've never really had the opportunity to say, is just keep your head up to the people out there who's going through a lot, you know what I'm saying, who feel like they had they identity taken from them, because this college football game is not forgiving. The best gonna play, and the hardest workers are gonna see the best results. And if you are a freshman and you just got here and it's a dude who's been working hard for 4 years, like, it's just no way. Like, it's too many resources that we have here at Oklahoma. There's too many people that are supporting us. Like, it's just, there's too much of a gap, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a really good perspective on that gap before I got here, and I feel like I paid the price for that. But that's past, and now I'm here, and I done went through all that mentally, and I done fought that, and I done got through that with the help from Coach V and Coach Lebby and all my supporters and my mom, my dad, and my friends and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like from here on out, it's just about being the best asset to the team. I know that I'll have an opportunity to go out there and be an asset, be a real asset to the team, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I ever wanted. That's all I've ever dreamed of, was just coming out. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I didn't dream of being a college football player. I dreamed of being a college football star, you know what I'm saying? So obviously that has a bit of a non-humble tone to it, but it really is humble, because there's no satisfaction in being here. Like, there's no satisfaction in me being at OU. It's satisfaction in me doing what I'm supposed to do here, like, for the fans, for my family, for everyone who's put so much belief and put so much effort into me growing up. Like, there's no satisfaction in being here. Like, I will never wake up and just be like, man, I'm so satisfied that I'm at OU, because guess what? It's so many people that's going to be at OU next year that ain't here right now. We just got what? Coach V says it every day. We got 63 players, some number like that have not been to on the home sideline yet, that have not played a game. So I feel like it's satisfaction is one step away from taking it for granted. And I don't ever want to be that close, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to stay on the edge, keep working, keep praising God, and giving all the thanks to the people around me because they've really allowed me to do all this mental growing up. Like, everyone doesn't get the opportunity to go through what I go through and still have the opportunity to go out there and play in front of thousands, you know what I'm saying? BV really, like, said, okay, we see what you're going through, and we want to help that. We want to make sure that you feel that you're in a space where you can grow as a player on and off the field. And I feel like in doing so, he made it easier for me to go out there and be who I am, and that's what I'm excited to do this fall.
So who did you lean into last year when you sort of touched on mom, dad, supporters? Who did you lean into last year when you were maybe going through the toughest of times?
It was really a lot of older players, man. Like Theo Weiss, the older receiver who transferred, like that was like my big bro, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times he was the one that was telling me to just stay head down, keep working. He was a 5-star in high school, so he knows it. Like everything is not. He got injured twice. Like everything does not always come as you want it. You know what I'm saying? It can really mess with you up here in the mental, and I feel like now in today's world it's more openly talked about, which is why I feel comfortable. I can just talk about it on camera or whatnot because it's the conversation that's being had. But it's just hard, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you're a young kid and you just feel so like it's almost bad that I felt so like I feel like I accomplished so much coming out of high school. I felt like I just accomplished everything. Like not that I was set and made, but just like I felt like I was important. You know what I'm saying? So when you come out here to Oklahoma and you're in a whole new environment with people that are just have been grinding, and people that have been going at it, and it might not even be that those people are better than you, but they've built up the bank. Like Coach V always says, like some players that got more bank than others. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like
the water's in the well.
You feel me? Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people have just built up that security, and you might not understand it like I did last year. You might not understand it at the time, but as you get older, like I feel like, because technically when I get here in January, I'm gonna be a junior. It'll be starting my third year, you know. So I'm feeling like I understand how everything works now, and I just want to thank, like you said, Theo. I want to thank Theo. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank my mom and dad because that's the question you asked. Those were the people that I was leaning into last year, man. When I really felt like, man, like it's just not feeling right. Like I know that I'm supposed to be out here doing big things and playing ball, but I don't know, it's just not feeling right. And, you know what I'm saying, those people really were instrumental in just helping me get my mind back right. And the coaches as well, Coach V, Coach Levy as well, you know what I'm saying, texting me, making sure that I was cool, doing that kind of thing. But it was really, I can't lie, it was really the players. Like, it was the other players, especially a lot of the older players who left that went to the league, or like Justin Broyles, who's now coaching, like just guys that were helping me, just tell me to keep my head up because they seen greatness in me.
Did Theo say anything in particular that stood out or that sort of resonated and maybe helps you turn any sort of corner last year?
Well, I remember one thing he said, because obviously about halfway through the season, he didn't get to play as much as he wanted to, you know what I'm saying? We ended up moving Marvin out to the wide out and moving him back a spot. And I can't say it was one specific thing that he said that made me change, but it's just the way that he handled himself in a situation that was way worse than mine. Like, I was hurt because I thought I did so good coming from freshman year. Like in practice, I thought I was balling out so hard in spring game and all that. I'm thinking, man, there ain't no way that I don't get an opportunity that I think I deserve. But him being a veteran guy, a 5-star coming out of high school, established guy at the college level that has already made plays, and for him to have to take that step back for another player and for him to just handle it with so much grace, you know what I'm saying, that really made me feel like, what am I even sitting here like upset about? Like, I have no reason to be upset. If this is a grown man that's going through way worse than me, and he's coming in here smiling every day, you know what I'm saying, a father of a child, you know what I'm saying, just handling his business. I feel like that, if he could do it, then there's no reason why I can't do it. That's what was my thinking. The example that he set, for sure.